playing the same game if you had a virus. That's how they spread, right?
Yeah, totally.
It's through game contact. All right, we got live.
Actually, we're
you're-
dead.
Oh my gosh.
Your tag is saying Planet Side 2.
Thanks. I realized that immediately after starting.
Gosh, get your stream game to my level already.
I only
Come
mess
on.
up on D&D days. Otherwise, I'm perfectly fine. So we're gonna change it. Princess. Get Rekt Nubs.
Uh-oh.
No.
Hello?
There he is. Oh, I thought he was. Oh, there it goes. I'm not gonna. There we go. Okay. I missed the bloops when I'm streaming, and now I will not. Alright, so we are missing 2 people at the moment. Actually, 1.5, because 1 is on chat, but not on Roll20. Everyone should be here. Quick update. Pity has decided to opt out of playing with us for the time being. I don't know the real reason. I can make my assumptions, but we'll see if that's real or not later. Seeing as he has opted out of playing, I'm going to take his control of his character as an NPC. He will not be doing much in the way of helping with. He's not going to do any role play, and the main thing he's going to do is be their guide, because I gave him a guide, and now he's gone, so I want to make sure they still have that. All right. So we are waiting on 1, but we're going to get started here in a little bit, even if he doesn't show up, because we only have so much time to play. All right. Quick refresher from last time. You guys got into a small ambush of mages. Looks like Joe is loading up his camera. Oh, there he is. Awesome. You guys got into a small ambush of mages, including some animated armors, and handily defeated them. At least the mages. Some of the mages were busy messing with the water, this little lake pond dealio. And you stop them from doing that quite promptly. They don't have much health or anything. Joe, your cam is glitching out a bit.
I know.
As long as you know. All
So you
right.
hit it really hard and it'll fix itself.
Punch. You don't need
We like
a
to
phone.
call that percussive maintenance.
I gotta remember that one.
Stone Age technology.
If it works, do it.
I don't know what's going on with it.
Try just refreshing it, and hopefully that'll fix it. My beard is doing weird things as always. All right, so we're just gonna hop right into the game. Far Traveler had a man passed out from drowning because he was a weak man. So everyone is either dead or unconscious. One of them you did knock unconscious, and then he fell into the water.
Yeah, I was about to go get him.
Okay. So we'll say you do that. Oh no, it's still freaking out, bro.
What the?
Oh,
It's trying not to.
Quick, nobody breathe in that camera's presence.
all right.
I'm just not gonna use it.
Quick break. BRB.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, a deer fell out of the.
Damn. Not again. All right, everybody. So let's jump right into this game with the 3 of you. We're not going to go ahead and do character introductions. We did that twice already. Oh, I was going to say before we started, no, there's just one other thing I was missing. This is through session 3. Make sure you are caught up by going to our YouTube page, bit.ly/LeafJackGaming. Bottom right corner of the screen, way down there, is the link. Also, go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is right next to it. All right, let's begin.
I'm gonna tweet you right now because you're a douche.
or I accept these conditions. All right. So I can't tell if Joe's not moving or if that's just
Joe, please blink at least.
No, that. So, do you want me to like change it from not being that?
Nope.
Terrifying.
That's great.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
As long as I know that it's not like just you standing there like this, perfectly
That's my
still,
creep
no
stare.
blinking. It's pretty intense. Yes, your thought. What are you wanting to do right now? I know Far
You are
Traveler's
under
catching up on you.
observation by the mighty Templar Sock. He will not blink. He
God.
will not rest.
Never. All right. I'm trying to remember what happened. So the ranger was all like attack, and we decided to attack the mages by the lake. Evil is afoot. Let's investigate the evil that is afoot. They were doing necromancy on the lake, and let's check that shit out.
Check that shit out.
And also, what mage? Why did you try to escape?
Which mage?
I believe Silas was the only one
Where's-
who tried to escape.
Silas. Silas.
He's way down the road from where we are
I'm
currently.
over there, and I
Oh.
can't really talk.
God. Okay. All right. Yeah. I want to do like some investigation rolls and to see what they were doing.
Okay, where would you like to investigate?
The corpses.
Okay.
Is anyone actually dead?
Yeah, a
Um,
few are actually dead.
The guys that fell out of the trees, they definitely died. If they didn't die by hit, they died on impact of falling because they fell a good distance. And then there's this guy over here who took quite a bit of damage to the face. I can't remember exactly what he did, but he definitely didn't like it. Oh, I think he took
I
a magic
think
missile.
he took a full battery of magic missile.
That sounds right. Scrolling up, that is what was revealed. So he's dead, and then the suits of armors are destroyed, along with the other two down below.
Yeah, basically we just want to know what the fuck these people were doing here. Both the suits of armor and the people in the trees and the necromancer dudes.
Okay. So you want to search his body?
I want to search all the everythings.
Yeah, be
Well,
more specific.
As he's doing that, I'm going to collect up the unconscious two that are still together and tie them up with my rope. Together, in fact.
Yeah. The other guy is just kind of floating there. You can easily just grab him by the leg, or if he's a little far away, you can kind of step in. Something to notice about the water is that it is a murky, gross, like not even dirty, but more like almost greenish, like it's full of green algae type of thing.
Yep, definitely grabbing the leg, not stepping into that.
Okay. Yeah, you're handily able to tie them together. So Thok, are you gonna look at the corpses or the unconscious couple that are being tied together for your searches?
I thought they were all dead.
No. These two
Okay.
are not.
Okay, come back in.
All right, so there's three main groups of people. There's the necromancer dudes, there's the people hiding in the tree, and there was the stone soldiers, right?
Armor.
Armor, yeah. The metal armor.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to check the necromancy dudes first.
Okay. So you rifle through their pockets. They have a spell book. Both of them has the same spells: magic missile and mage armor.
I'm gonna hold it like it is a cum rag.
So,
All right,
lovingly embraced to your face.
No.
Oh,
All right, what I missed? Sorry.
We're doing an investigation, or they are. Thok is investigating a far traveler tied together the two living mages.
I would like to move them closer to the road as he's doing that.
Okay. So as he's pickpocketing them or searching them or whatever, you move them. Let's just bring everyone together so we're all a big happy family. Okay, cool.
I definitely don't want them sitting directly in the road.
Okay, that would be good. And we'll just say one of the other characters bring up the wagon with Silas in tow, just for simplicity's sake. So everyone's together. Okay, so you find their spell books, and you also find a shard, a gem about yay big. Let's see if I can't figure out my camera. About that big around. It's long and it's cylindrical, and it just smells of magic.
This smells of magic.
Okay, hold on.
And so, God, I know Jack's name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you are a mage too. You
As
withheld
it's-
this information from us.
Well, at a time where mages are killed on sight, it seemed prudent to withhold that information.
Mages are not killed on sight.
Depends on the Templar.
What?
I said it depends on the Templar, but yeah.
I'm willing to
technically.
bet that your dear old mommy and daddy killed plenty of mages on sight.
Yes, but they were evil mages.
Well, that wasn't interrogation.
Used evil. And what kind of mage are you?
You know, I'm actually not sure I was born with this.
You were born with it. So it wasn't your choice. You know, I can understand that.
Does he
Perfect.
lose paladinship by saying that?
No.
I just want him to badly.
Wait, am I what?
I just
Yes,
want you to lose your rank of paladin just by
Oh.
sympathizing.
So, we will carry on this conversation later, but we will deal with what's going on at hand.
Agreed.
During the fight with the mages, I noticed that they were casting necrotic magic into the lake, and I am willing to bet money that that shard has something to do with that.
Go ahead and roll Arcana checks, perhaps.
Let me see
I
something
will
real
say
quick.
right now, the DC is actually different for most of you individually, and it's really based on your
Backstory.
backstory, yeah, and what you would know.
Have I been gathered up, or am I still 100?
You're in the wagon when the wagon was pulled forward. We'll just say that Roland was kind enough to do such.
Gotcha.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
Silas knows, and he's like the most outside of the group. So I'm actually going to message him privately. Go ahead and continue your
La, la,
discussion.
la, la, la.
Looking at it, all I can see is that it's a rock that is magical. It's about it.
I see that it's evil.
I'm just waiting for Silas to run over. Don't touch it!
He's bound for like the next 9.5
Yeah.
minutes.
I've been bound for a long time.
That's right.
That's why I'm refraining from even saying anything.
All right, I sent you something.
So player knowledge wise, I have no idea what you just said.
Do you know what the last two words mean?
Nope. That's exactly the only 2 words I didn't know.
The only important ones. What's the show I'm thinking of?
For what it's worth, if I can talk, I would share this with you. If this doesn't, I
Okay.
wouldn't hold information from the group.
You can talk. You're not unbound by mouth. It's just your
We
semantic.
called it paralysis at one, so I was.
It's
You know,
technically paralysis, but hey, people paralyzed can talk. It's
yeah, I would just share this information with.
well,
Totally.
let's say so if you think about Doctor Strange, that guy gets like locked up and he has a mouthpiece on him. He can kind of mumble. If you take off the mouth part, like a snake thing goes like in front of his mouth, if you like lower that, he can talk. And does anyone uncover his mouth?
Not unless he's making throaty, grumbly noises.
I wouldn't actively be like making throaty grumbly noises. I just wouldn't be withholding anything. So if I'm not able to talk, I'm not gonna.
If he makes no indication that he wants to talk, I'm not gonna.
This is going beautifully. We functioned very well as a party.
Looking at a Silas on the ground, I decide that it's probably best not to touch the other mage since I am in a precarious situation at the moment.
Currently, he's actually in the wagon, not on the ground.
Yeah.
Nah,
but
wagon.
I'm gonna take the mouth thing off and be like, "Do you know anything about this?"
there you go. Okay. So I can actually say this aloud. Silas, you would recognize this as something that a coven of hags would have. Something you didn't know was the coven of hags, or a hag coven. Hags come in groups of 3. Like, I can't remember that movie. It's like that Halloween movie they always play with the 3 sisters.
Oh, you're
Hocus
talking
Pocus.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. It's like those 3.
If you would like to go to the actual source, go Macbeth.
Oh yes,
Macbeth,
Macbeth.
yeah.
That I was thinking past that, but yeah, Macbeth, like the 3 sisters and the 3 witches. That's kind of the idea. You don't know much beyond that, though.
So this is a crystal used by hags.
Hey guys, you
Yeah.
want to gather up some of that water?
I'll walk over to the lake and
What is this for?
So I can investigate.
I'll walk over to the lake and take out my water skin and fill it with some of the strangely sick-looking water. I don't know how water looks sick, but it just doesn't look healthy.
I said something along the lines of full of green algae.
There you
If
go.
that gives you an
That's fine.
idea. Okay. So yeah, he grabs some of the water. Pressing the button again will undo the bindings early, by the way. And add sweater.
Can I investigate the water or like Kana check it or whatever?
It'd be very difficult to do so if you are continually bound.
Truth.
Someone could unbind you, or we can wait 10 minutes, or you could try it at
Hey,
disadvantage.
I'm up for whatever.
Okay. I'm gonna unbind him, and I'm gonna who has a button right now?
I have his. Roland has Jack's.
So as I'm untying him, I'm gonna give him a very sturdy shakedown, be all like, "Hey, so see that button? You know how many times this has happened? This isn't funny anymore."
Do you take his weapon?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, of course.
I see that, Nate. I'm just. It didn't work.
But I'm gonna. This is what I do, so I need to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You notice him trying to hide something, and his tinker tools.
Me?
Yeah, you. Silas is trying to hide his tinker tools while you pat him down.
I mean, yeah.
You can just
I'm
take
gonna
him
try to
from
take him away.
Yeah, it's not hard.
No, it's not at all. I rolled a 4.
Yeah, it didn't go well for him. Yeah,
I would
so
like to investigate the water.
Okay.
That's all right. And I'm like, okay, so don't do that shit again. I tried to defend you. I really don't like you, but I've been put with you. And
I couldn't care any less about a Templar's defense.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check. Anyone else who, I guess,
Hey!
damn. Are you wanting that to be private, or do you care?
Oh, I didn't mean for.
No problem.
I was just still stuck in the 2G.
Yeah, everyone else that wishes to kind of get an idea is allowed to get a look, and anyone that's seen the lake can really take this check as well.
I'll pass because I had no idea what magic was even at play at the first place.
Okay. Silas and Raz, you kind of recognize this as a making a body of water inhabitable by the undead. Kind of empowering them in some way through the water.
Talking like kind of like the Black Cauldron type shit stuff.
If I remember anything about the Black Cauldron, I believe so.
Pretty
Been a
sure
while
you can
since
say
I've seen it.
Pretty sure you can say shit.
Perfect. I'll explain it to the group that this seems to be, or the water seems to have some sort of property that will empower or strengthen the undead.
That shit bad.
It is. It
All
is.
right, so hearing that, I'm going to use my divine sense.
If you can, could you
And
post that?
yeah,
That way
yeah.
we have an idea.
Hold on. Shit. Okay, here we go.
Alright, you can use 3 times. Between rest as an action. You can locate any celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 feet that are not behind total cover.
You look where he's measuring. Probably at the lake.
I'm gonna go to the lake.
Sorry, that is cheating. I'm sorry.
I mean, like I'm assuming that you guys went to the lake to investigate it anyway, so I would have went with you.
I mean, it makes sense if we're looking at the body of water.
Yeah, you guys don't have to worry so much about where your tokens are right now. Just kind of explain what you're doing, where you're going, and we'll be fine. You just kind of have this map as a guideline. If it does come to it, I will help you figure out where you could or would be.
Gotcha.
I would look up cover and kind of give an understanding of what total cover could be.
It means that they're in the water.
Target with total cover can't be targeted directly by an attack or a spell, although some spells can reach such a target by including it in an area of effect. Target has total cover if it is completely concealed by an obstacle. Okay.
This water count.
Pirates Code. So the water doesn't allow you to penetrate through it with that divine sense.
What if I swim in it?
Possibly.
Okay. So, YOLO, I'm gonna like stick my head into the water and like open my eyes.
Make a Constitution save.
Knew it.
It's gonna be like that scene from Harry Potter while they're trying to get the locket. There's literally 1,000 skeletons down there.
So you stick your head in the water and open your eyes, and all this gross necrotic stuff starts entering your system, just naturally. Even if you're like not even closing your mouth or anything, it still kind of gets in there, and you become poisoned.
All right.
And that'll last for the next, say, a minute.
Okay. All right. So I pull my head out and I'm like, "All right, guys, poisoned."
Perfect.
Oh, as for what you're able to see, it's all murk. You can't see you can see about 5 feet in front of you.
No, is there a knowledge check I can do to see if I would be immune to this? I have poison immunity racially.
Then yes, you just can't be poisoned.
But that's like player knowledge, and like I don't know what he's.
Well, as a Yanti, you're pretty confident that no poison will probably get you poisoned. But if you want to double check this source with your Arcana check, you're pretty sure, even if it
Okay.
was super poisonous, you'd be okay. We'll just say that.
I dive in.
Okay.
And then as he dives in, I'm like, yeah, if he dies, then well,
do you have a swim speed, or are you able to breathe underwater?
I'm not able to breathe underwater. And I do believe I just have my normal speed and swim speed, cause snickety snicks. But I will double check it.
Yeah. Swim speeds. If you don't have swim speed, you get a lot of, well, not a lot, but quite a few penalties for being in the water.
I remember seeing it, but it's like not perfect in my.
Yeah. Just double check that.
I don't have a swim speed. Well, it must have been looking at something now.
Okay, so to swim without a swim speed takes double movement. So every 5 feet will be 10 feet. You're gonna dive in. I'll say you can get probably easily 10 feet down. It's actually quite a deep lake. It's like, it seems like it's almost dug out. As you go down, it does get a little clearer as the magic seems to be floating near the top and sinking down. However, even with that, it's all very dark. You do have dark vision though, so that does help.
I do. But I can't see. I can just see in black and white.
Right, it's all grayscale type stuff. So you dive down about 10 feet, and you notice you're probably another 15 feet away from the bottom. However, even at this point, you can kind of see what appears to be some sort of fleshy pile of bodies.
Okay. I'll swim back to the top and tell the party that there's bodies down there. Is there like a lot of bodies?
How quick do you go back? Do you take time to kind of take a look, or do you want to go back up pretty quickly?
I try to head up pretty quickly once I see a bunch of bodies.
Okay, go ahead and do an active perception check then.
God damn it.
So you can say there's probably more than half a dozen, but you can't tell really beyond that.
Okay. Hey guys, there's a lot of bodies down here.
What do you mean a lot of bodies down there?
Like rotting dead people at the bottom.
that's bad.
Oh, it's strange. Usually bodies would float.
You'd think so.
Hmm.
Something janky's going down.
I
Do we
agree.
still have that shard?
I'm
Unless-
guessing yes.
Unless someone destroyed it, then yes, you would still have
Me
it.
asking to the party, not asking like meta.
Okay.
Asking character.
I think Thok had it, or
Sure, yes.
You want to test some stuff with it? You want to try to get it in here?
So when you say test, do you mean destroy the dead bodies down there?
I'd be happy to destroy them if we could figure that out. But I'm a little bit more concerned with what's going on here.
Well, I'm less concerned with what's going on here than with destroying what's going on here.
Well, usually when you break something that's necrotic, something escapes. So I think we should hold on to the crystal.
Okay. Also, does Far Traveler need healing?
Not such urgency that I want you to blow through your healing pool today, because we've just started and we haven't rested yet.
Mm-hmm.
We can always camp after. Of course, I don't know about camping next to a
I'm gonna swim out.
undead lake.
Okay, so
Has
now
anybody checked the people who fell out of trees?
Thok checked them. He verified they're dead.
What did they have?
Just like the people at the lake, they had the small crystal and the spell book with the spells, magic missile, and mage armor.
Are there any notes regarding like orders or anything like that?
No.
Yep. What about the armor?
Oh, the armors. I was like, what armor? They have been smashed and bent beyond use, but not beyond repair. And slashed as well.
Are they still magical?
They have no magical presence to them, no.
Okay, so they used to, but now they don't.
Correct.
Got it.
So you said each one of these mages was carrying one of those small crystals.
Yes.
Each one, okay. Did we gather all of them, or do we just have one?
You had just gathered the one from one of the alive ones, but you
Let's
could go
gather all of
around
them.
and gather them. Okay, so you will end up with 5.
Gather the spell books too.
Yeah, I
Then
suppose we
burn
can.
them. Then burn them.
We'll
Burn the
see
spell
about that.
book.
You're gonna burn them? Okay.
Burn the spell books in front of me. We'll see.
I mean, like, I intend to burn them at some point. He's talking to a lady. Oh, he's back.
I have a visitor. One sec.
So you intend to burn spell books in front of me? That won't fly. Not spell book.
They are evil.
I'd also like to gather up their weapons. At least 2 of them had, right?
You cut out there. At least 2 of them had what?
At least 2 of them had weapons, right?
Yeah, they had daggers for the most part.
Gotcha. Well, wasn't there rangers, or were they all magic?
I believe they were all magic users. The only ranger I've heard of was Roland.
Yeah, that's right. They had daggers and spellbook. I remember.
Yeah, they all did have a dagger if you guys want daggers. Sorry, I forgot to mention.
Definitely taking daggers, even if it's just for parts.
Any special daggers?
Any what?
Special daggers?
Everything seems pretty mundane.
Okay. Alright, so right now, like, my intent is to figure out the undead problem in the lake, and then later I'm gonna burn the spellbooks that we got.
What kind of clothes are they wearing?
I believe I described them as wearing just kind of common cloths with regular robes over them, and a mix of brown and black. Just typically.
Is there any
darker colors.
uniformity to their clothes?
No.
If there was, I would steal some. What do you want to do, Thok? How do you want to go about destroying?
Well, there's a
Hold
bunch
on.
of dead bodies at the bottom of a lake.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Thok,
Yes.
do me a favor.
Yes.
That alchemical symbol you have around your neck, try touching the crystal to it.
Okay. Touch.
Both start to vibrate very violently as the second they touch. You're actually afraid in any moment that the crystal will just shatter.
Okay. I'm gonna throw the crystal.
Second you pull it
Like-
away, stops vibrating.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you know I should do that?
It was just a guess.
How do you not know?
Wait, how do I know? There's
Be-
evil, and then there is good. It's weird that they're resonating with each other.
There are many shades of gray in between.
The eyes.
It didn't feel like a resonate, more of a conflict, like putting 2 batteries against each other and they try pushing off.
Magnet.
Like magnets?
Magnets. That makes more sense than batteries, I guess. So like 2 magnets pushing away
I
from
kind of
each
want to
other.
see Leaf Check's experiment with batteries.
So fun fact, if you take two 9-volt batteries and put them into each other, so that the positive goes in the negative and then vice versa, and it'll get really hot, and if you just leave it somewhere, it'll explode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So taking note that it kind of pushes it away from each other, I will take out my trinket, my locket, and do the same thing.
You're gonna put the two items, the crystal against it?
Yep, tink 'em.
Okay. They don't have any sort of reaction.
Interesting. Well,
I am not revealing my gift.
it just looks like a locket. It's
Yeah.
nothing crazy. So taking into consideration that it reacted to alchemy, can we use an alchemist's set or supplies to test? Or did you already do that? Celis?
I haven't used any supplies on it, but I do know a lot about it already.
Okay.
I'm
So,
familiar with it.
You're kind of thinking, or that if you take one of the crystals full of magic and you put it against something that's full of anti-magic, they're going to conflict. And the stronger of the two things is eventually going to survive and the other is going to break. Ace, I froze. I love your emote right there. Nice. Yeah. And the reason why it wouldn't necessarily do anything with your other item is that it doesn't necessarily give off this magic by itself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Again, I will ask Doc. What are we gonna do? You planning on destroying things? Let's do some destruction. I'm good at that. I have dung.
Do you think the dung could destroy the corpses at the bottom of the lake so they don't become zombies?
No.
That's my main concern.
Do you have any plans? Or
I mean, do you?
yes, throw a crystal in.
Will that work?
I don't know.
You want to throw a crystal into the lake that the mages were empowering with necrotic energy. Why not?
Somehow that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Do you guys do it? Do you let him do it?
If
No,
anything,
I'm not
just
gonna
wanna
do
see
it.
what happens.
I'm not
I'm
gonna do
not
it.
saying it's gonna destroy things. I'm saying I think it's gonna do something, and it's gonna be something more than bodies at the bottom of the lake. I can't do anything.
Yeah, it definitely will do something, I'm sure.
Well, how about this? If the zombies come out of the lake, we will slay them.
Typical Templar response.
I agree with that plan.
Do you think we are prepared?
There's a few of them down there.
How much is a few?
A few. You wanna sneak your head in there again and check for me?
No, not necessarily. So am I unpoisoned yet?
I will say that your poison kind of like you shake it off eventually. You're feeling okay.
So I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I puke just to make myself feel good, and I feel okay.
Far Traveler, do you have any advice or any idea what's going on?
Sometimes the paths of extreme resistance can lead to easy paths. I gesture towards the tied up guys. Why don't we just ask?
That would seem smart.
Good point. See, we're all just looking at the lake, and in unison, we just turn around and see the guys tied up. Just
so I'm gonna.
Our Traveler had a plan way well.
So I'm gonna shake one of the guys awake.
Okay. He kind of comes from his haze and goes, oh. And just kind of gives you a look like, oh crap.
Is the one that like was drowned by Far Traveler, or is it the one that was pushed in?
By Far Traveler? Either way, they got drowned by Far Traveler.
One was literally held down against his will, and the other was pushed.
Sure, we'll say it's the one that was held down. His face is all covered in muck because Yaxel just scraped his face against the shallow beginning of the body of water.
Hey there, buddy.
No response beyond that.
Okay. So there's two ways we can do this. There's the easy way, and then there's the hard way, and then there is the harder way. And the easy way is the not option. So, I sock him in the gut.
Oh.
You see the confused look in his eyes as he takes a big whop to the gut.
Kind of keels over, and then he looks up at you and spits in your face.
Yummy.
I will step in between Thok and the mage and kind of kneel down and say, hey, I understand that you're being persecuted by the Templars, but right now we need to figure out what the hell you're doing. And I can either talk to you and be nice, or I'll let Thok beat the crap out of you.
He looks at you with this disgust of almost like this face of betrayal. He goes, why a mage working with those people?
I bring up my wrist and show him the bracelet that I have on. Say, I don't have a choice.
Then you two are a prisoner. Why help them? Why not resist?
I don't have a good answer for that this time. I have my own reasons.
And I have mine.
All right.
Anyway, good, nice, and feels. What the fuck are you doing here at this lake? There's a bunch of dead bodies at the bottom of here. There's necromancy. There's evil afoot. What are your plans? Spit it out. So I'm going to try to do intimidation.
Go for it. Go for a roll, that is. So he's going to go ahead and I'm going to have him roll against that.
Can I assist?
Yeah, you may try to attempt to assist. How are you going to assist?
I'm going to kneel down and repeat Thok's words, but with in Draconic.
So, Draconic hype man. That is pretty awesome.
I go ahead and
That's
roll that
not
with
bad.
advantage. Not much. No.
Damn it. Wait, what?
Oh, so for assisting, you just help someone by giving them advantage. You don't actually.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
all.
roll
Oh,
yourself.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you had to roll to give them.
No.
No. Okay, here we go. So those watching the stream, let's see if we can't find a good roll. All right. He goes, fine. I'll tell you. Just don't drown me again. Looking over at Far Traveler as he says that.
No promises.
We were doing some work, putting some energy through this crystal that they gave us, and he wouldn't. It looks like he's trying to pat himself down to find it, then realizes he's tied down again. He goes, "Oh,
They?
just 3 people."
3 people.
Yeah.
And I will. I distinctly remember Silas saying something about a coven of hags.
Were they hags?
No.
Yes.
Are they in a hut outside of?
There's a hut, yes. But that's where an old lady lives, and she's very kind.
So she's a hag. Doesn't matter.
Have you ever heard of a hag be kind?
Yes. No.
When they're trying to manipulate someone, yes.
Well, this is just a sweet old lady. Please don't bother her. She has nothing to do with anything.
We might
must
have to
burn her. She she is not of interest, she must be burned. Those are the instructions.
We're not
Damn
going to
right.
burn anybody.
I blankly stare at Jack.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure you burned someone last time.
I think it was just a suit of armor.
Okay. So this lady gave you a crystal, who's a nice lady,
Not her.
and
The hags. I mean,
you
three-
said
the
you
three
said they were
people.
not hags.
No hags. You have
I-
confused me. Your Templar ways will not trick my mind.
Oh, you're confusing me. What the fuck are you talking about?
3 people gave us these crystals, told us to channel necromantic energies, threw them into the lake. That's all I know.
Who are these people?
I don't know.
Do you know which direction that they're in?
Past the hut with the old lady. Same forest path.
Is this the only truth?
Is this the hut that we're actually going to?
Questioning Roland about directions.
Yeah.
Roland goes, well, there's a hut that way, and that's the only one I know of.
Okay, so
And I like mentioned this hut and its directions. Be all like, is that the hut you're speaking of? To the guy who's tied up.
The hut with the old lady, not the 3 people.
yes, I know.
Is this the only troop?
What was the question?
Is this the only troop? I'm
The only troop?
asking.
Oh. We were a group of mages' friends that just happened to find some people to give us a direction away. I don't know if there's others.
Well, surely you had to realize you were using necromantic energy.
They said they would free us from the Templars.
The 3 people.
And not all. Yes, the 3 people. Not all necromancy is bad.
That's a damn lie, and you know it.
That is me attempting to conceal my hand, Matt,
Okay.
away from the party while I slip a glove off.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. Necromancy. Automatic necromancy. Yeah. Such racist. Magic racism.
Magic race.
Okay, what are you guys doing? Hey, go ahead and tell me what you want to do, Silas, while they're being them.
I'm just attempting to show the back of my hand to the mages.
Oh, okay, you're trying to slide a hand so they can see it.
Yes, and that the party can't.
Okay. I'm guessing no one. What's your guys' passive perceptions?
10.
11.
The dog is what 9?
9.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You guys don't even notice. He does because that's the intent.
Mhm. And when I notice that he can, like we can see eye to eye on this, I slip the glove back.
He gives you a look like, oh, interesting. But he's also not totally sure what to do with himself about it, so he looks back up and goes, "I've been compliant. Please let me go. I'll stop what we were doing."
Well, we stopped it anyway. And do you know what's in this lake?
No,
Can I roll insight?
you may.
Nice.
He's unaware.
Okay.
And what do you tend to do after this?
They said to wait until nightfall and keep away from the city.
Well,
Oh.
that's the wrong answer there, Bob. You are
So-
going to go to the city and you are going to prison yourself.
So this is exactly where we're going. That's what I'm thinking.
So, you want me to walk back to the city and turn myself in?
Yes.
Okay. May
I,
I take my
I,
food
I,
to my
actually, I
friends?
actually scoff. I laugh.
So so Roland's still here, right?
Roland's here.
He guided us through the like forest. We're pretty much almost there, right?
You're almost to the forest, and he claims to have a path that you guys are going to follow, which is the same path this guy seems to be talking about, and then the road that leads back to the town from here.
Okay, so we could make it there without him, right?
Without Roland?
Yeah,
We're to the part we need Roland.
to the hut.
The part... Yeah, the
Oh,
part
the
where
part where I
Roland
need
is
Roland
coming
is
up.
upcoming.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, my snake could always, guide them back. I say literally out loud to Thok.
Your snake will?
Yeah, totally. This snake is going to be just as good as telling them to go do it themselves.
Okay.
So you're letting us go?
I'm making you go to the damn prison with cell.
You can't actually take my snake.
Gay.
We'll go. We'll go straight to Istanbarossa and turn ourselves in.
Inside.
That was an insight check.
Yeah, it was. Roll 20, man.
I will remind you, you are still to GMing most of this.
Yeah, I saw that, so I just
Thok, yeah, they seem sincere. Or he does.
Okay. Get the fuck out of here.
Will you untie us first, please?
Nope.
Can we have our spell
Not
books?
It's not that bad of a walk.
I shake my head and walk over with a dagger in the pack and cut him free, hand him each a thing of rations, and send him out.
If you're approaching my ropes with a dagger, I'm going to be a bit defensive about that. Be like, please don't cut my rope.
Well, can we at least untie him? They seem to told us everything that they know. They're just innocents caught up in this.
And it sounds like they're
world.
really going to go turn themselves in, you guys.
Fine. Sounds good.
I look at Thok for about 4 seconds. I don't say anything. And then I untie the rope. And I look back at Thok.
What?
Made me squeak.
The way of Templars, I don't understand yet. I must continue learning.
Damn right.
I'm going to send a concerned message to our missing person.
Oh, yeah. Still not here.
So he wakes up his buddy, and the buddy goes, "Ah, ah," and he's like, calm down. And he talks him down, tells him about the situation, and they look around, realize all their friends are dead, and they go, okay, and they just kind of start walking down the road.
Okay.
Would we like to continue onward, or do we want to be so concerned at the lake still?
I have an idea. So there's the tree next to the lake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's a tree.
Okay. I saw that tree. I want to try stabbing the bottom of the lake with the tree.
It's like 25 feet down, so we're gonna be holding
How
a
tall is the
25-foot tree.
How tall is the tree?
The tree is good sized. It's right next to the lake. It's probably 50 feet tall.
Yeah, all right. Mortar and pestle time.
Do we have my alchemist supplies, or
They exist in your
I
someone's
start,
pack.
yeah, start using alchemist supplies to try to burn down a tree partially.
This is pretty simple. The regions are there. You're able to build a like a area that will burn off and not spread the whole tree. As long as you're
How
allowed
long?
to do so.
How long is that estimated to take?
To make, he's gonna need about 10 minutes.
What
Okay.
time of the day is it?
It's becoming late evening now.
You know, they did say nightfall. Be out of here by nightfall.
Be out of where?
This area.
The people that we just released said that their orders were to be out of here by nightfall.
Oh, that means the zombies are going to come out of the lake at nightfall, probably.
And we're gonna poke them with a really long stick.
We are going to destroy them with mortar and pestle tree.
I turn to Thok and say, "Go put your amulet in the lake." And then I turn back to Jack and say, "I need to talk to you."
All right.
What? I mean, I'm thwacking at the tree with my sword right now.
Okay, I'll raise my voice a little bit. Thok, put your amulet in the lake.
What'll that do?
I don't know.
But I'm not going to do it.
Maybe it'll hold them overnight.
It does
I don't
seem
even
to
know what-
absorb. It does seem to absorb or at least counteract some magical substances.
And then I take my amulet, I put it in the lake, like, you know, by the pendant. I'm not like dropping it in there. I'm like
Right.
holding it at the lake, pull it out. Look good?
So first thing you notice as you dangle, like as you get close to putting it into the lake, the spiral glows very brightly. When you put it into the lake, you notice it immediately starts to bubble around the amulet. Do you want to wait a little bit to see what happens, or pull it out immediately?
I'm going to pull it out.
Okay. The amulet's just fine.
Okay, and the lake around it.
It is a little cleaner around it.
Putting
not
it in.
cleaner.
Clearer.
It had a little like bubble film almost on top of it.
Okay, putting it back in.
Okay. It starts to bubble more, and that film that you couldn't really see through the bubbles last time starts, after a little while, starts to spread throughout the whole lake. It doesn't take away the nasty color, but it seems to be doing some sort of covering.
Cool.
If you reach down like towards this film, it seems to be like you could reach your hand through it. Like it's not even there, but you could. It's definitely something.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
Okay. It's gonna take a little while for that to spread. So sounds like Jack and Far Traveler are gonna have a combo.
Yeah. So, I turn to Jack and very calmly just state, "You said you weren't dangerous. You seem untrained. Untrained youth are the most dangerous."
Well, I haven't seemed to hurt any of you yet.
For that, I
Merely-
appreciate it.
I was merely casting spells in self-defense.
Do you know what you're doing?
It seems to just come to me naturally.
It seemed like being under stress caused the trigger of the violent magical surges. Does that happen often?
I wouldn't say often, but it has happened before.
I nod curtly. Next time I tell you I will protect you, please trust me to protect you.
And I give kind of a half nod and furrow my brow. Did I say anything else?
Where's Silas currently?
I'm with Hawk. I want to observe what's going on with the pendant thing because this is my job.
It's true.
Okay. I will gesture for Jekt to come with me over to where Silas is at.
Okay, I'll follow.
Yeah, we'll go over to Silas. Silas, would you be disturbed if I talked at you?
No. But
This-
I'm not gonna look at you while I observe.
This young, untrained mage, as they are called, is seemingly very dangerous. You are a seasoned mage, are you not?
Seasoned is a word.
You have experience with your own magics, yes?
Yes.
Where I come from, in the mountains, it is the duty of those who came before to ensure the safety of those who came after. I would like to ask you, because this is out of my area of expertise, to train him so that he's less dangerous to others and especially to himself.
I don't have much to offer.
But at the very least, you have not killed yourself.
There's been some close calls. I work with explosives.
And yet here you stand.
Yes, I will do whatever I can, but I'm not promising you any result.
I nod curtly.
Okay. Around this time, the film has fully encompassed the water, and then like in Frozen, the film quickly freezes over as if an ice sheath. However, it's not cold really. It's more warm to the touch, but your amulet is stuck inside of that quote unquote frozen part.
Can I try yanking it out?
I'm just gonna say right now that you're pretty sure if you yank it out, it's gonna break the whole thing.
Can I have my tinker tools, please?
Yeah.
I want to start getting samples of the lake water.
Okay.
Just to have samples of what this is right now, like the state it's in.
Yeah, and just like before, you go right through this sheath. It's like going through just like warm, almost gooey substance. But you leave no trace when you pull back out. Excuse me. And you're
So
able
I
to
can't gather any of it.
So you're not sure if you can't gather the film itself, but it might be affecting the water in a strange way that you're not. No one has really studied at this point. The thing with magic and anti-magic alchemical processes is that magic is constantly evolving, and so the alchemical process is always something new happening.
I spread some oils onto the water and light them.
They burn gently until they're gone, and then they go out.
Okay.
And the film is unaffected.
Right. Okay.
If I did not see it with my own eyes, I would have thought it impossible to light water on fire. Impressive. If I did not think it foolish, I would have suggested that far sooner.
Anyway, I am satisfied with my observations.
Okay.
Looks like you're gonna have to leave that behind, Thok.
Sad. Well, do you think we could camp here? Because it's kind of getting dark. And do any zombies decide to try messing with this, field, then we can slay them?
It might be a good idea to protect the people of the town if we were to stay here and take watch over the lake.
Yes.
I just have an inkling of a feeling that whoever commanded them to come here is who we need to worry about, not the lake itself.
They
What if
could be on.
decided here?
They could be on their way here tonight.
Okay, so I know that you said Roland is going to be an NPC, but I'm actually going to ask him to set us up a camo camp tonight,
Okay.
where it'll be easier for us to see out than to be seen inside.
He says, simply done with the foliage around. And he sets up just that between these two trees here.
Well, I don't know if I would bother with that tree, considering I'm pretty sure that's the one Sock wanted to use a cruise missile
Two
that's
trees.
slightly burnt and chopped.
These
these two.
trees.
Perfect. Are we initiating a long rest then?
Sounds like you guys are camping in.
If we're gonna kick back, then I'm gonna play with my snake and offer dice games.
I want to play dice.
Okay. Dice in my mind is a charisma-based game, so
I'll play.
So just charisma save.
no, it's a regular check. And if you're proficient with dice games, you can
Okay.
add your proficiency.
Get it.
Just for the fun of it, go ahead and you roll your guys' checks.
That's bad.
See, do I just roll a 20? I am proficient with dice games.
You should have the roll available on your character sheet. Let me see if I can't help you out here. I don't typically do this.
That's a wisdom-based one instead of charisma, though.
You should be able to go in and change it.
Gotcha. Well, can I keep that roll?
Yeah, 14 plus what's your modifier?
3.
And then your charisma modifier is... Is that with your charisma modifier?
That's my charisma's 3. So it's so I have another additional 2 on top of it. So total 5.
Yeah, so you 19. Okay. The youngling beats you all.
Yeah.
Chuckle as I take your money.
You have no money. It's your rations.
We just get destroyed is all.
Friendly game of play for rations, even though it doesn't matter. Okay, night begins to fall. So this will be interesting. Those without dark vision, you're not going to be able to see without a light source. I do believe I have Jekt with the light source. That would also make it so you are able to be seen.
How long did we have to set up?
You had multiple hours.
Could we set up some light sources outside of game?
Well, we just don't want to be seen.
Right.
We what?
Don't
We
want
don't
to be seen.
Well, I'm saying away from where they would shine light on us, but where we would see where those light sources are.
Well, if we're waiting to see if somebody comes, I don't think that we want any indication that anything is around.
Fair enough.
Make sure Far Traveler's sight is 0. Okay. So if
Not even any moonlight, huh? That's harsh.
it shows you guys as being able to see. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh no, that's the fog before. Okay.
I see precisely Dick.
Yeah. So I wish I could do moonlighting, but that would be far beyond my scope of capabilities at the moment.
Can't you give us regular vision, set dim vision to 0? To start at 0?
Sure, we'll say 60 0. We'll say that the moon is out, giving you some ability to see. However, it's not easy.
Still counts as, what is it? to dim light for people without dark vision in this current setting?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Oh, what do you guys do with the bodies that aren't Zambonis or whatever at the bottom of the lake?
Aren't Zambonis?
Yeah, zombies.
These guys.
Oh.
What do we do with the necromancers?
These guys are gone. And where are you guys putting your cart?
I trust Roland to handle the cart.
Oh, we have 2 horses too.
And there's no water for them.
Yet.
I tell them to shush.
I could take the horses back to town.
I mean, we want you here.
You also probably shouldn't trust me to side of the party.
No, exactly.
There was that time so long ago that I asked him to provide covering fire. He didn't even do that.
I shot
Oh,
one
wait.
shot and I ran.
Yeah, that was before I asked you to provide covering fire.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, the horses are hidden. But they're horses. You could try giving them water, but they may not like it.
I would not suggest giving the horses water. And I think Roland might have a problem with us doing it.
He'd be a little displeased.
I'll feed them some of my water.
Okay. It's something, but they seem a little displeased. They lay down. Actually, they sleep standing, so they're standing over by the tree over here, hidden away.
Is the cart hidden too? Or do we need to...
I'm going to say they're actually Roland set up the camp using the cart and some foliage to make it look like a bush.
Sure.
So you guys have some cover. All right, night begins to be.
If I so swear not to use it on you, can I have my weapon? Fuck.
How about when combat starts, I will throw it to you.
I just want to be prepared beyond the need of getting it from you.
Mm-hmm.
But by all means, I could just, stay back and watch as they kill you.
All right. Night falls. Does anyone have any last remarks? Any last words, gentlemen?
So at the start of camp, I will do my usual song to the ancestors, and I will offer to take the longest part of the night watch, aka part of Watch 1, the end part of Watch 1, all of Watch 2, and the beginning part of Watch 3.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
No problem.
Anything happen?
Just setting up camp.
Perfect.
And watch schedules. So Far Traveler will be taking the majority of the time. End of Watch 1 to the beginning of Watch 2. Something like that. Am I correct? Yes. Half of first, all of second, half of third.
Has anybody taken the first half of the first?
Typically, you take a full watch or more, so but you can take Watch 1.
Oh, sure, I'll take Watch 1.
Yeah.
How many watches are we doing?
Sounds like 3.
3 watches?
Well,
I'll
you
just
can do 2 hours
them.
of watch, technically, in a long rest. So 4 watches.
I will take watch 3.
I'll take the last one.
Okay, and then Roland will be awake for the second half of the night.
Roland is an elf, is he not? He could
He's
technically stay up all night.
He,
Yeah, he could. I
The
forgot
long
about
rest
that.
requires 4 hours.
Yeah, but not of sleep for an elf.
Yeah, because he's like in a trance and he can still like he's passive
Also
perception and stuff.
4-hour trance. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Yes, he does need to trance, but he doesn't need to sleep, so his senses don't shut off.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so he'll be available all night, but for 4 hours of it, he will have the trance, and that will be the first half. Actually, he'll trance while Far Traveler is up, and he'll be awake for the rest of it. Okay.
I'm gonna play with my tinker tools until I go to bed.
Cool. Well, this happens immediately. Upon night's fall, you hear the sound of water begin to churn, almost as if a whirlpool is forming. And you hear the bubbling sound that you heard earlier from the amulet. What do you guys want to do about that at this point?
I'm gonna get up and look at it.
No,
Yo, like,
investigate.
yo,
Alright. So you guys go
and
into the
also
lake.
don my armor. I don't think I ever like. Yeah, sure, I don my armor.
Did we have any time to rest, or this? You said it happened immediately.
Yeah, this happened probably before you guys started to get ready to get down to rest. Right on nightfall. Right as the sun, its last sliver of the sun passes the horizon. So yeah, you guys are still not, removed of armor or anything. You spend more time playing dice at this point. So yeah, go ahead and position yourselves along the lake if that's where you wish to be looking.
I am up this tree.
I will remain at camp.
Get over here, you asshole.
Is anyone gonna watch the road?
There's something going on.
Okay, let me know. I
Roland
will
will
watch
watch
the road.
Roland will watch the road.
Very well.
Swear to God, I heard Paul say very well in my head.
I'm getting between you two.
Okay.
All right. Ugin's unhelpful at the moment. He is apparently gone. I don't know where he ended up.
Oh, cleric things.
Yeah, probably. He's still working on his stuff, I guess. Roland will be watching south just in case. All right, you come up to the water, and you can see under that ice-like film on the top there now that the energy, the greenness in the water that you thought was just gunk, which happens to be glowing at once night fell, as energy is starting to swirl and become. It's not moving the water, strangely enough, but the energy itself is spinning and making this noise. And it seems to be going straight down.
I suggest you remove your pendant from that water.
How about no?
Just saying, you might lose it.
I'll
suggest you channel your hatred of magic into your pendant.
I'm gonna just kind of like grab onto it and make sure like it doesn't fall in or something. I'm not gonna like remove it. I'm just gonna keep hold of it.
Okay, you feel an incredible energy coming off of your pendant. It's not unbearable or anything. But you also feel like this pull that if you were to give into it, you'd be giving your energy to it.
Okay.
Do you give in to the pull?
I mean,
Your amulet is.
Your amulet, not the water.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Your eyes grow bright blue, and energy streaks down in veins down your arm into your amulet, and the water begins to bubble all throughout.
Holy shit.
It doesn't stop. The energy doesn't stop spinning, but all in the energy itself, you see flashes of this blue energy, like lightning, coursing through it. You even can hear it kind of within the swirling. And then suddenly, the energy's gone and silence.
Well, that was strange.
Your amulet removed from the lake, as if you were just regularly holding it, and the foam fades away.
I dive into the lake.
Neat.
Okay. So you get here-ish with your dive. 10 feet in, the water is clear. However, you see moving in the distance.
Nope,
And
nope,
those
nope,
who
nope,
wish
nope, nope, nope,
on
nope,
the
nope, nope, nope,
surface
nope.
can also make a perception check to see if they can't see this, but he could see it for certain because he's in the water.
Raz, you and I, if we're making site-based perception checks, will be doing a disadvantage due to the low light vision and not being able to see in this very well. Other perception checks are not affected, though, but for this particular vision one, disadvantage.
Gotcha. Ooh.
So, Silas, you're the only one that sees what seems to be a small horde of undead.
I nope right back out of that water so fast. My stuff is mechanical stuff and alchemy, not dead people.
I disagree. You make dead people easily.
Go ahead and make a religion check, though, real quick. Because you did see them.
I'm gonna make it just you.
Okay, it's not so difficult to tell, but they seem rather damaged, even from what we saw before. The bodies look like they're falling apart. Something didn't go right.
Okay. I nope right back out of the water as fast as I possibly can, and I tell the party that there are dead people risen in the water.
Still want to do that mortar and pestle idea?
Go ahead and roll initiatives, everybody. Let me double check the tracker is up. Good.
Fuck. Wait, I actually did it.
No.
Wait, no, I didn't.
Dang it.
I don't remember. There. This probably show the name, but that's okay. It doesn't really give it away. Rays might recognize that name, though.
Can you edit my initiative?
That would be a safe bet.
Oh. To the first one, right?
I only sent.
Oh, that's.
I just didn't select a token.
Sorry, wrong thing. Okay, everybody's good?
Looks like Jack's initiative needs adjusted as well.
Okay. Yep. You should be able to click your number and then just adjust it, but I'll do it real quick.
I tried to, and it didn't let me. It let me type them in, but it didn't let me do anything after.
So if anyone modifies the order, tracker order, or whatever, or turn order thing, it kicks you out of the thing, and it's weird. I don't like it when it does that, but it does it. Technically, they go there. Because they are like that. I believe. Sorry. They are dead. Far Traveler.
I don't notice any disturbances yet, so I will ready my bow.
He gotcha.
They moved a little forward. Well, he moved out of combat range. You guys can see them because I showed them but that doesn't mean they're visible to your characters. Eject.
Did Silas tell us that there were zombies down there? So,
Yes.
perfect.
In a very, very freaked out way.
Did we knock over that tree yet, or is it still standing?
It still stands.
Yeah, I think we quit doing that.
There's a little bit of notches in it. However, there was nothing major done
Significant.
to it.
Gotcha. Cool. I don't see anything break the surface quite yet, so hold.
Okay. Thok.
Can I see them?
Your perception check was not sufficient. You just know they're there.
Okay.
Or at least you were told they were there.
Yep, ready my action. Get my shield and sword out.
Ready to do what?
So also, does it feel like my pendant has any energy left in it?
It seems fine.
Hmm?
Seems fine.
Still? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So if I dip in the water to do anything?
No.
I mean, I that one. Yeah, pull my sword and shield and take a ready action for when they come out.
You have to say what the action is.
Or I guess hold my action.
So you hold until they go, or
Yes.
okay. So perhaps this is good to be time to explain ready to actions. So when you ready an action, you state the trigger
Right.
and the action.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess
I'm
I meant
explaining
hold my
for both
action.
you and everyone else who doesn't necessarily know.
Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, you state your trigger for your action and what the action is. When the trigger comes up, you can use your reaction to take that action. There's some other things for casting spells, which is something you have to concentrate on your spell until your action happens or your trigger happens. Then you can also hold your initiative until after something, in which case you don't get to go until after they do, but you can still wait. Are you going to hold or are you going to ready an action?
I'm going to hold.
Okay. And let's see. Far Traveler, did you ready an action or are you holding as well?
I'm gonna go ahead and ready an action to shoot if any undead folk come wandering out of the lake.
Okay, and Jack, I don't remember what you said, if you're going to hold or ready.
Guess I'll ready a spell. Maybe a magic missile or something.
Okay. So you kind of have that energy well through you and you're just holding it ready to go. Okay, sweet. All right. So this happens really quick where you guys were just getting ready, the anticipation, and then all of a sudden the water starts to shake as things in it start to pull almost as if they're clawing to get through the water, and they rip through and they get to the surface and they break through, and it seems to be a pack of 12 swimming zombies. So they do break through almost in this exact formation pretty much, and anyone who has ready action for that may take it. We'll start going down the initiative order with Far Traveler. Yours procs first.
I believe that since this is dim light, I attack at disadvantage. Is that correct?
We haven't done a lot of dim light work, so let me.
That's because nobody's dumb enough not to come adventuring without dark vision.
I am the same boat.
Typically, I'm not even sure where that information is. We'll just say yeah for now.
Okay.
Typically, I always have something like a torch to guide my way, but you guys didn't have any sort of light sources.
Matt, Roland.
Yeah, Roland.
What
I can run.
what are we
I can
doing
do
with it?
rolling. Sure. I'm okay with that. If you guys are, if he helps, you guys are doing next week. Doesn't matter. Never mind. He can help. That's fine.
Yeah, so I'll take a shot at that one because that's the most direct one to me.
You miss. It bounces off, or he dodges slightly to the left. Yeah, because Dex. He moves out of the way.
Okay, that's my reaction.
Okay. Next is Jack. You had yours saved up. You may take
Yep.
your reaction to now cast Magic Missile.
Perfect. I will cast at the first two over here. 2 bolts on the first one here, and then the third will go to the one. Yeah.
Okay. That's acceptable. All right. Looking at your dice, you have a 3, a 4, and a 4. So the first one takes 4 and then 5 damage. Pew pew directly into the face, and he falls back into the water.
Sweet. Then do I have to roll again for that then? Yes? No? Maybe?
No. So
Perfect.
Magic Missile just does damage to the next
Right.
guy, dealing 5 total. Boop. All right, and then next would be Roland's. I'm gonna say he ready to shoot. So he's gonna shoot the one that you hit, or shoot at it. He does not have Hunter's Mark. A 16 will hit, and he downs it. Boom. All right, and then next is Doc. Yours doesn't trigger quite yet because they're not there yet. Correct?
What?
Your action doesn't trigger yet because they're not up to you yet.
I took a hold action, so they'll do their turn.
Yeah, so they're not done yet.
Yep.
They still have a little bit of movement, but not really enough. Just getting these guys out of the way. And they will move there and then take their action to race towards you guys. So they're scrambling, and then once they hit the surface, they almost like crawl run at you guys, using the water to propel them. Charging you guys down. Getting as close as they can to you. But also the most direct way, because they're not that intelligent. Alright, and your held action, Doc.
I'm gonna attack the one in front of me.
Okay.
Hiya.
You hit. How would you like to murder it?
Decapitation.
Okay, it's quick and easy. You slice right through. Dropping it to the floor. Alright, moving it on to Silas. You were not happy with this combat, even though you knew it was happening.
I ask Thok for my Thunderkin. Actually, can I take my movement to just remove it from his pack?
Sure, you're right next to me. You can do that.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's like easily accessible on my belt, so.
Okay. He's got his utility belt. You just gonna make sure I grab it real fast.
I will load it and fire.
Alright, you are in melee range, so it will be at disadvantage. Which one are you firing at?
The one directly in front of
Well,
Directly
it
to
didn't
the-
matter.
apparently.
You grab it, you quickly load it, you pull the chute off, and you shoot way too high. Alright. Back up to Far Traveler.
How sturdy are the branches in this tree?
Near the center, you feel confident, but once you kind of branch out, it feels like it can't hold you.
I feel very confident in my ability to travel on these branches, as I'm far lighter than you would expect a character of my bulk to be.
True. So
So,
you'd be okay.
I am going to set my bow in the nook of the tree, and I am going to run out to a point that I feel confident that I could make a jump, and I am going to run this way, and so mid jump, I'm going to bonus action rage, and then I am going to take an action to attack that one as I'm coming down, and maybe land on him, maybe land in between Jekt and them. I don't know.
Okay, let's see what it goes down. That's pretty cool.
I am also going to burn my inspiration to get advantage on the attack roll.
Awesome.
I am going to two-handed use. Let's go ahead and do the mole. I haven't used that in a while. No. Let's. Yeah, the mole. Sorry. Oh, that was disadvantage. So just pretend the 20 was black instead of the.
Well, the 20 hits. All right. How would you like to smash?
Just completely collapse his ribcage.
All right, right onto his chest. You come down with them all and crunch, and you see his ribcage break and push through the other side, and it just collapses back into its friend, though its friend just kind of pushes it aside like it's nothing. And since
Pushes
you're
them off like candy.
that's right, push it off like candy. I'm gonna be made fun of for that forever because I said it and it makes no sense. Because who pushes off candy? Oh. And yes, you do
So,
get his square.
I'm assuming that you may even be using cleaving through. However, I'm also assuming they were damaged from whatever Thok did earlier.
Yes and yes. And
Okay.
if we get to that point, we will discuss that. And gain inspiration for your awesome attack method.
Okay.
You're okay. Jekt.
All right. So, what I'm going to do is use the meta magic of Quicken spell, and that will turn one cast time of one action into a bonus action using 2 sorcery points. While that's happening, I am readying my quarterstaff and attacking. I can do an attack and then a spell, right? Since I'm not doing technically 2 spells.
As a bonus action, yes, and you can even do a cantrip if it was more appropriate for you.
Gotcha. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be awesome. All right. I'm going to swing my quarterstaff at this one on the far left.
Okay.
And yep, that's what I'm going to do.
You hit, and you bap him in the head, but it doesn't do that much.
As I swing my quarterstaff to kind of in an arcing motion and hit him kind of in the side, I point my other hand just past the far traveler, just next to his head, and aim a spell at this dookie right there, and it is going to be we'll use Ray of Frost.
Okay, and it is still a ranged spell attack, so it will be a disadvantage. Ooh. Distracted with your awesome hit, you shoot off into the sky, not quite realizing how tall Far Traveler really is in this darkness.
Perfect.
Alright, Roland will do his thing. He'll shoot a bow at the one in front of him. Kapow. That is a hit. And with another thunk directly into the eye socket. Have you ever seen that silly Skyrim video where the guy's like, "What happened?" The eye's like all sticking out a little bit because the arrow's in there. That's kind of what's going on. Instead of saying what happens, it just collapses with a. He will then use his bonus action to hide. Because he's just that cool. And then most of you can't find him. Unless you actually look. Alright, fuck.
Swing at the one that's in front of
Silas.
Silas. Hi.
Ooh, he's too quick for you. He's just at the nick of time. Moves out to the side. Alright. Anything else from you?
Nope.
That makes it their turn. So with some more intelligence than I really did give him credit for, he's going to move forward. Dead one's going to move out of the way. This guy's going to move forward, giving way for this guy. And then that guy's going to trap back there still. Alright, so we're going to start left to right. This guy's going to attack Jekt.
Impose disadvantage.
I don't know if you can reach that one.
You can reach Jekt, though.
Oh, is that what matters? Okay, so.
I believe so. Joe, you want to post your thing?
Oh, yes.
Hold on just a second.
Okay. I will read that.
Yeah,
That's still not the good one.
Still not the good one?
What? Oh, yeah. That's paraphrased one.
That's okay. So Silas, oops. Good luck. Alright, so the first one is at Jekt.
Okay.
He's going to attempt to claw you. Does a 10 hit you? Hope not.
No.
Okay. The next one is at Far Traveler. More claws. Will an 11 hit you?
No, sir.
Alright, next one is at Hoc. That looks like a miss as well. And then the next 3 claws are at... Well, the first one's a claw at Silas. That's a crit.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
Jesus.
It hits you for a total of 14 slashing damage. And go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
Oh,
You shouldn't have disadvantage, should you?
I shouldn't have disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah, so you're good. However, his 2 friends feel like you should be paralyzed, so they're going to continue to hit you like that. Or try to. Did I roll another crit?
my god.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Jesus.
This is the second time the GM has been rolling fantastic compared to the players. Go ahead and make another con save.
Gonna drop. I'm out of HP.
And you're paralyzed.
Well, he's used to being paralyzed.
That's terrible.
Okay, after this, I will help you out, Jack.
No worries.
Okay,
No worries.
the last guy grabs a hold of Silas and begins to drag him into the water.
Oh no.
And another 10 feet straight down.
Eso no bueno.
Silas, go ahead and make your first death saving
Death
throw.
save. Is it just a con save?
Yeah, so on your character sheet, there should be something that says death save. You should be able to click it, and it'll do it for you. But yes, it is a con save.
Yes, that's good.
Oh,
That's one success.
that is a success, DC 10.
I don't know if it's actually a con save. I think it's just a straight D20 check.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, you're right.
Yeah, because it's a 0 modifier.
Okay. Well, so yeah, it's a D20 check. It's a yes or a no type thing, except 1 and 20 do special things. Out of 1, you get 2 fails, and on a 20, you get 1 HP.
Yay.
All right. Far Traveler.
Okay. Is it apparent that Sock has javelins on him? Does he?
Yes.
Okay. So javelins are one of those special weapons that can be used for underwater combat. So I'm actually going to switch over to one-handed on my maul. So I'm just holding at the moment. Reach over, grab a javelin out of Thok's pack, and throw it at the Lacedon that attempted to make off with Silas. And I am going to use my inspiration on this attack roll.
Okay, that will make it normal.
Okay. I actually don't have a javelin handy, so I'm going to just pretend my throwing axe is the proper thing. Wow.
Ooh. You throw it and it skims the water.
Then I roll, switch back to holding onto my maul.
Okay.
How far can I see?
You definitely can't see into the water with your low light, dim light vision. That is being given off by the moon because the moon is reflecting off the water too well.
So I'm sorry. What was the range?
So they're 10 feet under, so you can't see them anymore in the darkness. If you got into the water, you might be able to. However, you're kind of surrounded.
Okay, perfect. All right, these 3 standing right here in this little triangle above me, I am going to attempt to use Scorching Ray and divide them by 3 on each of them.
And don't forget you have Tides of Chaos, which might be helpful. I'm not sure how
Haha!
it works.
I will let people know. Oh,
You make the forces of chance and chaos to gain advantage on 1 attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You can do yes. Anytime before you begin the use of this feature, the DM can have you roll in the Wild Magic Surge table immediately after you cast this sorcerer spell for self. Okay.
perfect.
Cool. So, first attack on the one on the left. That will hit. And that will kill. So go ahead and roll the other 2 attacks, because it's a total of 3 attacks. Hit. Not a kill. And a hit. And not a kill. So the first one, how would you like to kill him?
So once again, I kind of raise up off the ground a few inches, and my hands flames start to originate from my shoulders and then shoot out from my hands, whizzing past the Far Strider or Far Traveler, hitting the one on the left and instantly kind of incinerating it, and it rides there and kind of ashed skin and red outlines. And the other two hit and then leave scorch marks on them.
Awesome, that's so cool. And the one you did hit smolders and falls into the water. All right. That was you. That was you. What'll Roland do? Roland's
What
all
would
about
Jesus do?
saving himself, so he cannot be seen by them, so he will make an attack. After casting Hunter's Mark, that's first or higher.
Okay.
And technically I'm supposed to remind you, but next time, yeah, it's a yes. So it will always be a yes.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
So he will use Hunter's Mark and go for the one here. And he does have a reason. Alright, that is a whopping 14 points. Let's see, Hunter's Marks, and then takes down his target handily. He will then move. Avoiding the living. Cast Poison Spray. That's a good option. Maybe. Alright. So that is his turn. Thok.
I'm gonna try javelining the Zombu in the water that has Silas.
Where did your token go
Just
to?
a heads up, if you leave this square
I
to get there,
Oh,
it'll provoke
right.
from that one.
Yeah. Do you think I can make it from here?
Angularly, yes.
Like through the zombies?
Yeah, you have this. So you can attack from any point that's connected to your square. If you attack from this corner, you have like this entire section of him that's totally uncovered. But you may need to shift a hand off of your longsword for the turn to do it.
Okay, can I do that?
Sure, you'd be switching off your longsword like you said, but you could
That's
still
fine.
hold your shield. And you will be at disadvantage because you are in melee.
So is it disadvantage in melee if someone else is in your melee range?
Any ranged attack without crossbow expert while you are threatened in melee by any
okay.
hostile target causes
Got it.
disadvantage.
Got it.
Yeah.
Regardless of all the other circumstances that may be piling up due to this combat scenario.
Okay. YOLO.
He jerks out of the way, pulling Silas down to 5 there.
And I'm assuming that because he's in water, he can't hear me.
That depends on the reason.
So I have this. I have my channel divinity. Turn the tide.
Do it into your sending stone.
Oh yeah, he absolutely could hear you if you yelled into your sending stone.
That would work.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Everything will be all right. And do I make that roll?
Yes, go for it. 1d6 plus charisma modifier. Alright, anyone below half regains 4 hit points. Which I think is just Silas. So you wake up and you can't breathe, but at least you're alive. And paralyzed.
But at least you're not making death saves.
Yeah.
That.
That.
No, just that.
Just that. Okay. He's pretty into his kill. Yeah. He's gonna drag you down to the bottom. Do you oppose?
How could he? He's paralyzed.
I can't oppose.
You can't. So it doesn't matter. He drags you down to the bottom. And he gives you a bite.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, and he brings you back into unconsciousness. But your death saves do reset. So you're at 0 success, 0 fail.
I was better off without your damn revivification.
Not true. He would have given
No.
you 2 automatics and a critical if he chose to do that.
Yes,
Just
sir.
ready.
The other ones move up. And it's going to be Far Traveler, Jekt,
Oh,
Thok.
Yes.
Thok. That's
Get
our
ready for the
attack.
crits, guys.
Bracing for impact.
Claw. 18 against Far Traveler.
18 is sufficient.
Okay, so that's 6 slashing and a con save. You succeed. Next against Jekt. 21 to hit, 7 damage, and a con save. Okay. That is a pass. The next 2 are on Thok. It's a miss. Does a 17 hit Thok?
my AC is 18.
Then it misses. So Thok, you're able to handily deflect them with your shield. No
Fuck
more
your-
claws. No claws for ye. Alright. Silas, death save. Success!
Woo!
Alright, Far Traveler.
Done death saves. That's what I've done this combat.
Is he entitled to the save against the paralyze?
He is, but it doesn't make much difference at this point.
It's true. But if you wish to, you may make that at the end of your turn. I don't think paralyzed stops con saves. Okay, so your unconscious body succeeds in releasing you from your paralyzed state.
That kind of makes sense.
It's trying to survive in the best way it can. It's doing a pretty good job of that, actually. Far Traveler.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I am going to reckless attack that one with the mole.
The one to your right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You crit.
and then an additional 2 points of damage. Oh, no, the 2 is there. Why did that double? That shouldn't be doubled 2-2. It's not dice, so it's just flat 2.
It's dice. That's silly. Okay.
It's dead.
It's
How
really
would you
dead.
like to ragefully kill this thing? Ragefully in a calm sense.
Flailing limbs off to the eastern side there. If you've ever ragdolled something in Diablo 3, you should know what I'm talking about.
You home run hit that thing and it goes boom! Crushing blow shatters most of its remaining bits as it flies across the rest of them. Smacking into the second one, making it fall prone. Jekt.
Movement speed is halved in water, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Before moving on, I'm actually going to go out into the lake around this side of this one. So Let's see. Let's do. That.
Okay.
That'll do.
Checked.
Perfect. I am. Is this one damaged at all, or is he still fine?
They all
I
appear to
believe
be
you hit it
damaged.
with at least a flame lash for 2 points.
Right.
You hit that one for 6.
6. Okay, perfect. And I am going to reach deep inside my internal font of power and again cast magic missile on these 3, or excuse me, these 2. 1 going to the one just south of the Far Traveler, and then 2 to this one on my right.
So magic missile is not impeded by water, I wouldn't think.
Gotcha. I just didn't know if I could see or.
Oh, I guess you have to be able to see, don't you?
Yes, you do
Okay,
need to be able
never
to
mind.
see.
Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. Perfect.
Okay. So one in the one to the north of you, and 2 on this guy.
To the one on the right. Correct.
Okay. Before you get too much farther, you guys
Oops.
whispered that to me. That's okay. You start to dig into that font of energy, and you feel that amulet on your chest begin to just gather power. And you feel your mind kind of going down towards it. Do you push your mind through it, or do you pull back?
I will gravitate towards the amulet then.
Awesome. Okay, so you push into the amulet, and a giant surge of wild energy pulses out. And this is actually going to be a special wild magic surge.
Ooh.
We have this table, and this we'll see if it does anything interesting. It is the table of 10,000 options. Go ahead and roll a D 10,000.
Perfect.
10,001.
10,001.
Just a heads up to the viewers. The 10,000 table. That's not raw.
All right. How do I do that unique dice roll?
Slash R space
/R.
1D 1001.
You said 10,000.
So 10,000.
10,000. Sorry, 10,001. I heard it go off. There it goes. 3,605. This might take me a bit to get to. 1 second, guys.
DM buffering.
Control F3605.
That would be so much faster.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Listen, Thok may not have all the best ideas, but at least Joe knows what's up.
Interesting. So I will give you a warning in this. This table tends to act not all at once, like not instantaneously. Sometimes that will happen the next day. Sometimes it'll be a recurring effect you don't even notice for like months. So but in this case, a giant wave of this weird energy blast out from you, and then it all condenses and then like fires away into the distance. You have no idea where it went or what it was. However, the magic missile does happen. And the first one deals 3, then 2, then 4. The 3 puts this one down. And then the 2 and the 4 does not quite down the second one. But it does hurt it significantly.
Sweet. Do I have any idea which direction that shot off on, or just?
It could be spinning randomly. It seemed to be the most wild thing you've ever seen in your life.
Perfect. All right.
All right, roll in. He will. He doesn't have that ability yet, I don't think, to disengage.
he has any finesse melee weapon in hand at all, he's almost as good with those as he is his bow.
True. He's gonna dexterously whip out his dagger and stab at the zombie next to him.
I would recommend Hunter's Marking first.
He does that. Sadly, he missed.
Roll 20, why?
And he didn't even have advantage. I accidentally rolled that. After that, however, he's going to dive into the water. Which does provoke. He will take 7 piercing damage as he goes down to the water. Sploosh. He'll make it 10 feet down using the 10-foot motion. And then he'll use the remaining of his...
May I question whether or not their bite carries paralysis?
It does not. Just their claws.
Interesting choice, Mr. Lacedon. Dan's trying not to kill us.
Right. Yeah, so he has 25 feet left, but he can only use 10 of it, so he goes 10 feet down into the water. Alright. Thok.
Sword.
Okay. There's 2 in front of you.
Last I heard, this one's prone. So attack rolls with melee attacks.
Oh, this one was prone. So
Well, that one's prone.
The far one.
He had disadvantage, correct?
I have advantage.
Attacking a prone target in melee does usually have advantage, yes.
Doing it.
I mean, the Lancedon had disadvantage on attacking. Oh, he would have hit anyways with the 14. Sorry. Never mind. Go for it. You do have advantage on that one.
I rolled.
Alright, you... How would you like to kill the prone target?
Through the chest.
Alright, you whip out your sword once more and you stab straight down into the chest. And it stops moving. La, la, la,
Oh no.
la. It's dinner time. So this one is against Silas. He has advantage.
Oh.
Does a 15 hit you?
Yeah.
Alright, you take 2 death failures.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Oh lord.
Mm-mm.
1 success, 2 fails.
The other one... Trap on the chest, careful. Oh. The other one attempts to claw Thok.
Nope.
And a 14 will miss you. Alright. 2 remain. Silas. Fail, you die.
Time to roll a new character, boys.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Oh. Shit.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's been a long time since I've killed a character. Yeah, you die.
Well, that's it? You're not even going to
Yeah.
describe it? Come on, man.
I will. As the blood leaves your body makes you wake up. However, that makes you breathe in water, and then you start choking as your blood leaves, and you fade away as there's no more air in your lungs, only water. You become a lifeless corpse.
Undone by magic. He lived, and he died the way he loved, being a
Press
filthy
the
snake person.
Far traveler.
Okay. So I can't see what's happening underwater. I think Roland has it handled because he's got daggers and I've got a big maul. So what I'm going to do is actually go over there and go onto the lake shore there and recklessly attack that last Lacedon.
Okay. That is a hit. And there's no way you cannot just kill, because you do a minimum of 2 from your raging. Alright, how would you like to kill him?
Just so coming out of the lake, just popping him in like the back of the shoulder to crush him to the ground.
Okay.
I assume he's focused on Sock there.
Yes. As he's like, yeah, after Thok, you go, "Whoop-ah!" and he goes into the ground as the bones crush.
I'll use the last 5 feet of movement to go back to the lake.
Okay, you could pencil dive in, which would give you 5 feet down as well.
Okay, I do that.
Okay. Jacked.
Well. Yeah, they do. That sucks. Well, I'm pretty sure that they have that handled. I am. Shit. I'm just gonna hold my action right now.
Okay.
I'm at least amused that Silas went out fighting instead of running away from the campaign.
Alright, Roland will move. Let's see, he has 35, so he can move 15 feet more down. He's at 10. Then he can go in 10 more to 20. So he can actually make it, and he's gonna stabby at it with his dagger. He will go ahead and actually pull out his second dagger and. Oh no, he's gonna Hunter's Mark him as his bonus action, so. Not at advantage, I keep forgetting to do that. Oh my gosh. That is a miss from him. Thok.
So I'm gonna jump into the water and attempt to save our friend.
Okay, with the dive, you can go 10 feet out, 10 feet down.
Okay.
And then you'll have 20 movement remaining in your pool. However, it takes 10 to move 5, so you can move a total of 10 more.
So can I see the Zombu?
He actually has dark vision.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so can I throw a javelin at it?
Yes.
Okay, doing it.
And this is at regular.
Yes.
That is a hit with one last gallant throw. How would you like to kill and finish combat?
Oh, I will see that I'll see the corpse of my dear friend Silas.
Dear friend.
And in a spasm of not sure whether or not it's joy or like rage, he chucks the spear directly at the Zombu's like neck head thing, and like I want like the head to like explode, and he's gonna do like a fist of like hell yeah and like oh shit at the same time.
All right. You throw your javelin with some emotional power. There you go. And it drives through the squishy head of that zombie, and it goes into the water as gray matter spreads everywhere over Roland and the corpse of Silas. And it just kind of floats suspended.
Okay. All right. So I wanna grab his body.
Roland will actually grab it and bring it up to you as well to help you out, so you can bring it back.
Okay. So.
All right. Combat over.
Time to recollect the javelins.
I'm gonna loot Silas's body first though.
I'll collect the javelins. Damn.
Okay, just make sure everyone's there. Well.
Thank you.
Silas
you already had like, all my stuff.
Gun. And that's it.
Okay.
And his ammo.
I'm gonna like look around his body as well.
Oh yeah. So you're creepy, but you do find a mark on his hand. I actually have a handout for that.
Yeah,
Mark.
so you can share it.
So make sure everyone got that.
Did not. Nothing yet.
It's showing for me.
Got nothing,
It's
Bray.
not showing.
Fixing that.
There we go.
That's a thing.
That is tattooed on his hand, almost branded.
He really liked Sailor Moon.
So what
I have
kind of
no idea
what kind
what
of
it
check
is.
would it be to figure out what it is?
Arcana.
Okay.
It seems to be some sort of arcanic. What am I thinking of? Connection to alchemicals. It's hard to determine beyond that. It was probably beyond the scope of Silas himself.
Either of you know what this is?
I'll take a look, but I absolutely make no promises.
I have no idea what that is. I've never seen it before.
Pretty cool
Nope.
tattoo.
Okay.
Pretty cool tattoo.
Well, damn.
Have you guys? So does it look like it has any alchemical properties still?
I'm gonna say Ugin will probably know a thing or two if you get Silas's body back to him.
So I rolled for Roland.
Roland
He's
knows
like-
his shit.
It's like, interesting. He doesn't have to say anything beyond that. You may ask him if you wish.
So what is so interesting?
Says, oh, this. It has the power to both enhance and destroy alchemicals.
The tattoo?
Yes. Ugin knows nothing.
He was asleep at the
So-
time.
That's true. He'll get a chance to roll for himself when he's here next.
Does it seem to have any lingering alchemical properties?
So Roland says the magic that comes with that is actually based around the circle of power and then the conjoining points, and then the energy is flown through the person who's tattooed on into that symbol, thus putting the energy. It's not alchemical in its own right.
So I'm gonna search his body for like anything else that could be like useful.
There's a snake that's
You can
very
find a snake.
unhappy. Roland's being more helpful than pity. That's all.
So I'm gonna take like a dagger. I'm gonna kind of like lay off the piece of skin that has that tattoo on it.
Okay. Make a survival check. If someone wishes to help him, he will. Or,
Yeah, I'll
How
assist.
Actually,
about-
how about I'm gonna say so. Ranger, do you want to do this?
There you go.
he says, "Oh yes, if you could just hold it for me, so that I can do it much easier."
It's a lymph body.
No, the arm. Hold up the
Oh.
hand.
Oh,
I, justifying assisting. Yeah,
Cool.
He makes it perfectly. He cleans it off like it's skin in a deer, right? And then he's like, I would say give it to your chemist to preserve it better, but I guess that's not entirely appropriate." And he hands it to you.
I do have an alchemist set, and I can maybe try.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you wouldn't hurt it if you tried. So,
All right.
intelligence-based alchemy check. If you didn't have the set, you can use his. Yeah, it was pretty simple. It's just a couple of basic things. You just put it on.
All right.
You are able to retrieve his javelins.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I now shall put Salus leather in my inventory.
Snakeskin, man. Wear something.
Snake skin. I do have a question for Matt later.
All right. So it is 12:24. If you
Oh,
guys want me,
But I want to bury Silas.
I mean,
He
we
may
can
have
keep playing a
been-
little bit, but
Slippery, sneakily snake, but he still went out fighting for the good fight for the Templar Order somehow.
technically, yeah. Sure. You guys can bury him. Where would you like to put him?
Not in the lake.
In the lake.
Not in
There
the
are
lake.
2 types of D&D players.
You put him in the lake, he's gonna come back as a boss zombie one of these days.
What if we put one of the necromantic crystals, just like shove it into his chest?
I have no idea what that would do, but I don't
Me
think
neither.
that Doc would approve.
Sounds like a bad idea.
Even for Silas, that sounds like a terrible plan.
Let's bury him
Let him
underneath
die
a
at the
tree.
hands of the zombies, not you make him a zombie and then he dies at the end of the party.
Did you guys take the bracelet off of him?
Oh yeah, he did have that.
I forgot it existed, but that's a good idea now.
I mean, I searched his body, so
Yeah, we'll say you did.
okay. I have an idea with this. How about we can use it as a net?
A net.
Yeah.
Well, so just looking at it, I think it pulls magic from whatever is wearing. I don't know if that would work.
We'll keep it just in case.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm gonna hold a funeral, and like, I don't know if I have like shovels or anything like that.
Most packs, I think, do come with one.
Okay. I'm gonna dig a little grave. I'm gonna throw him in. I'm gonna bury
Just
him.
Not even said. I'm just hook.
Tunk. Alright. So,
Hey, from what I could
want
tell,
to say some words?
rough and kinky. No, but I will play the only song I've ever learned in these Templar lands. So I pull out my panpipes and begin the first few notes and continue on with Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it.
Do you still have inspiration?
No, I used it a couple times.
All right.
One more. That's actually that's
That's
2
awesome.
today. One you already had. Anyone want to say anything?
I'm gonna linger by the grave and wait for people to kind of walk away.
Stock want to say anything then?
Yeah, he was a dick.
I was gonna say who can probably say something
Shit.
along the lines of "You deserved it."
I guarantee you, Roland, not Roland the character, but Pity would piss on the grave.
It keeps
Seems
it
appropriate for
fertilized.
Oh yeah, bury him with his fertilizer. He loved it.
As Thok says, he liked poop.
Okay, assuming everybody does eventually walk away from the grave, what would Jack like to say?
So I kneel down by the grave and kind of hang my head and say that you weren't supposed to die this early. I was supposed to find you and look to you for guidance and figure out exactly what's going on with me. And you were the last connection that I had to my. I don't know
cutting
what
out
to
for you
do,
guys?
and I need to. I'm sorry?
You were cutting out for.
Oh, was I?
Just for a little bit.
Okay. You were the last connection that I had to my grandfather, and I needed something from you, and you left. I need a sign or something that this isn't just a waste. I'm gonna just wait there for a minute and see if anything happens.
Yeah, actually. Like, So you feel warmth coming from the part of your backpack that you put the Silas leather, and then the warmth fades.
All right. Now take it out and look at it. See if anything's going on with it.
So as you pick it up, it's still a little warm. I mean, it was very warm for a second to feel it through your backpack. And it kind of is lit up just a little bit, kind of like as if his spirit lingers just a tad, or perhaps something else does. And then it fully fades away.
Gotcha. All right. I will take note of that and put it carefully into a fold in my cloak.
Okay.
And then I say thanks and walk away. It is kind of like a caring thanks, like thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Walk away.
Yeah. So yeah, inspiration for that. For those
Woo.
words. I'm trying to be very like Oprah with these inspirations. So
you get an inspiration, and you get an inspiration. You get an.
All right. Any final remarks, or do we want to keep moving, or are we going to call it right now?
At the very least, we need to rest. I have 0 spell slots.
I would like to rest and then call it there.
Okay. So your rest will go uneventfully, and I know Joe's been itching to probably ask this. Everyone gets level 4.
Oh, shapachow! Sweet.
Everyone but Silas.
Oh no!
Burn.
Yeah.
That is ouch. All right. And then you said you wanted us to actually roll for these dealies on health.
Yeah, so the way we're doing health is you will roll, and if it's lower than average, take average. 4 is average on D6.
That's actually a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
So 4, and then you add your constitution.
Yes.
Is that correct? So I'll just take the average then.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wait.
That is a max.
That's max.
Yes, if you get the hit die thing
it.
inside of your character sheet, it will roll it with the con mod automatically.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna try that and see what happens. Where is it?
Okay.
I mean, I know what it's at right now, but we'll see how that works. You said hit dice?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Still taking the average. Just for future.
Okay, cool.
And I do believe 7 is 6 is average for 10, so you do get that 7 on the roll plus the 3 for con for Thok.
Good lord.
All
Yay,
right.
my first time trying to level up a character. This should be fun.
Yeah. I'll be on after this session ends just to help out. So, upon rest, you do get all your HP back. You get half your hit die spent, which you guys haven't short rested, so you still have all of them. All your spell slots and character class abilities and the like typically come back on rest. Thank you guys for playing, as always.
Yep.
Thanks
Thank you for DMing.
Yeah, it was
closing remarks?
Rip Silas.
It sucks we lost Silas. we tried almost. I was at the point where I was going to try and cast, since I couldn't see you, just like cast a minor illusion in there where like be like a shark or something coming towards the ghoul, or a ray of light that might try and get him to separate from you, but I didn't have the chance before you died. I was grasping at straws, man. I was like,
I did not expect a double crit.
It may sound
double crits happen.
May sound cruel, but I feel that you played the ghouls absolutely correct. I almost did the same thing to another player who also was not expecting that sort of behavior from ghouls when I DM'd in the past.
That was something I kind of kitty gloved you guys last session. I don't know if you noticed. Animated armors get 2 attacks. I was only using 1. It was to get everyone a feel for their characters, because you're jumping in 3rd level, and those kitty gloves came off today, and I was gonna play the counter. You guys did very good because you took out 3/4 of their HP with your actions prior to that combat. So
3/4. Good lord.
That would have been a lot.
Yeah, the point of this fight was actually for you guys either to run or die trying to kill it.
On the plus side, we did save the whole town.
Mm-hmm.
We did. And that actually plays towards one of my bonds. Sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know if that does anything.
It's just makes your character happy, right?
Yeah, I'm happy.
That's part of something you gotta realize is combat doesn't mean face roll everything. It means there might be death if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm.
And if they came out and you guys couldn't one shot them, like potentially, I would have been like, if you guys aren't running, you're gonna die. And I wouldn't have said that. I would just let you guys die. If you guys died, that would have been awful, but that's the way it rolls. I think eventually if someone goes down really fast.
The initiative landed perfectly too, because my initiative was last, and I wanted to run from my square. I wanted to disengage, because I only have range attacks.
Right.
But it's just so perfect. Everything lined up.
Yeah, when you described the ghouls, I was like, these sound like the... Have you guys ever played The Witcher?
Mm-hmm.
Drowners. I was like, oh, these are fucking drowners. And guess what happened?
All right, Nate. Future adventurer strategy. Maintain inspiration at all times and always use it on that one initiative roll where you're like, I'm leaving this combat.
Yes. So he will have the option to reroll a new character. I'm not going to force you not to reroll the same one, but I would rather you not.
That would be lame.
Yeah, just build a new character, whatever you want, and we'll integrate it next session for sure.
I hear Silas's twin brother.
Yeah.
No, the twist in that would be that his twin brother is still Templar.
Oh, what a twist! It's M. Night Shyamalan right there.
M. Night Shyamalan. All right, everybody. Thank you all for playing. Thank you, everyone, for coming and watching us. As always, stay classy.
Good night.
Night.
Thank you for coming.